Hey guys, this is Bkstunt here again with my continuing the Jake campaign video. We're still in chapter 1. This is the second video of that chapter, just to be clear. We'll get to fight a boss in this video.
Looks like the BSAA have got their work cut out for them.
You don't know the half of it. Last I checked, my employers had a tank parked on the other side of the river. The only way the BSAA are leaving that bridge again are in body bags.
And if you've played the Chris campaign, you know Chris and Pierre's are down there fighting. I'm going to use the hand-to-hand skills here. The quick shot hand-to-hand basically always puts a regular-sized enemy on their back. Sets them up for a body toss, as you can see. It also lets you move around to their head and do a head stomp if you wish. Pretty useful. Takes up an awful lot of stamina if you don't keep your eye on it. Each quick shot takes up 1 bar of stamina, of course. And after dealing with these 3 ground troops, you're going to have to deal with the guy up there, because he's not going to come down. Easily taken care of. And let's use our trick for recharging stamina. Works well. Now up here where the broken ladder is on the left, you're going to see that symbol there. You got to throw Sherry upwards to continue. And in return, she will kick down one of those pipes that I showed you in the last video. And get ready to do a lot of running coming up here. You don't want to stay on those things for too long, but as if that wasn't enough, you got this helicopter chasing you now. Yeah, it's pretty much just, you know, press forward and run. Hold X. It isn't hard. But if you stay for too long, you're going to die. And that's going to happen no matter what, so be ready to move the analog stick in circles there. And a random Javo comes and helps us out. And ends up killing some BSAA soldiers, I'm sure. That's not cool. You'll meet up with Sherry right here. Her path leads upwards. But if you have the computer-controlled Sherry, that's where we need to go. But if you have the computer-controlled Sherry, you can actually go down her path. She actually always leaves some enemies alive. And she leaves some items, too. You'll notice that he pretty much stabbed me as I was throwing that guy. But thanks to the animations, I totally got away with that. Here's a I can speak English. Here's a mutation I was talking about. That guy pretty much mutated his chest with armor. Ah, pretty cool. He would have stabbed me right there too, but I took advantage of that throw to basically save myself. And Sherry uses her stun rod to finish him off. Sherry may or may not leave some boxes for you. She usually leaves a couple. There's just one there. But you can go back up her way to grab the items. It's probably a good idea if you're starting out. Before continuing on. And you can kind of see through the door there, there's a mounted machine gun. Yeah, this whole area you want to run through. I would highly recommend left, right, right. Not hard, but there's a bunch of mounted machine guns and a ton of enemies. And for your first playthrough, you don't want to stick around. My second playthrough, I brought my Magnum and unlimited ammo and took care of them all, which is cool. This is a pretty cool cutscene.
All right, where to? What's the matter? What's the matter?
Thanks for the warning.
Okay, we go with your plan.
And welcome this game's version of the Nemesis. You want to run, of course, right away.
Son of a bitch!
This guy's called Ustanak. Hopefully I'm saying that right, I have no idea. And like Resident Evil 3, he's pretty much this game's version of the Nemesis. Virtually unkillable. Run towards the edge, you get this tiny cutscene right here. And with Jake, once you have control of him, run to the end and press circle.
Always something with women!
Save your ammo here, you can't hurt him. You can waste ammo if you wish, like Sherry, but you can't hurt him. We're pretty much in the clear right here.
What the hell is that thing?
He's tracking us. Well, technically you.
To the left here is a bathroom. An enemy will come out of the stalls on the right, so be ready for him. You can do a special melee attack on him right away. And then there's a herb in the corner. And we can combine it with the other one we had to make a 6-pack. And you may as well throw that in your case. The maximum you can carry, I believe, is 17. And here you can throw Sherry upwards. Of course, with the computer Sherry, there's no point in throwing her up there. But there's a box with skill points and some other boxes with goodies. But more importantly, in this corner is the third Serpent Emblem of the chapter. I had a user send me a message saying you could throw a flash grenade up there and get it. But I have no flash grenades. But that's where it is. Third Serpent Emblem. Use Sherry if you have to get it. We're not that far into the chapter after all. Over here, the game wants us to go left. I say we go right, because there's a box, and we love items, and we love skill points. And then there's a door here leading into another room with another box in it. And this actually has a basement down here. You want to jump down there, but there's a Javo as soon as you do. So be ready to take him out. Nice and easy. 3 boxes to grab, and then continue on. Every little bit of skill points helps. At the end of the chapter, you'll get a chance to buy some skills, and boy, there's a lot of them. And you can level them up. It's going to take probably millions of skill points. Yeah, maybe not millions, I don't know. Probably.
Look,
I don't know. I'm sure somebody's counted them up. Probably Steve. He's good like that.
Too. Somebody ought to call the building inspector.
Okay, we're going to have a boss fight down here, but this first area, there's a box there. And to the right, we got a suitcase with some flash grenades, now that we don't need them exactly. And a remote bomb. May as well check out what the remote bomb can do. You set it down by pressing L1, then get the hell away. But to detonate the thing, you have to press L1 and R1 together. Very useful for groups of enemies, as you can imagine. Kill 4 or 5 of them just outright. We're going to be ambushed by 3 Javo coming up, so I recommend pulling out a flash grenade and checking out what you can do with this thing.
Shit. These assholes have anything better to
It's
do?
pretty much an instant heavy stun on anything that it hits. Very useful. Nice and easy. Yeah, somebody's shooting at me, but I don't really care. This area is huge. There's a lot of breakable walls. There's a lot of explosive barrels, as you can see. It's just littered with it. That's the door we want to go through. There's some boxes in the room to the right. There's a reason for all the explosive barrels. Like I said, there's a boss fight coming up. And God knows you can't have a video game without a boss and explosive barrels. Or at least a Resident Evil game. Now there's an upstairs to this area which you should definitely check out before trying to open that door. Opening the door is the catalyst for the boss fight. But up here you can knock down some ladders for easy access later. But more importantly, there's a room to the right up here. There's a Javo up here that you can sneak attack if you're quick enough. And I was not quick enough, but you can sneak attack him. And there's some reinforcements that come down from the ceiling in this area. Now check that out. That is the hand-to-hand charge attack that I was showing you earlier. But did you see the red icon above that guy's head? You can actually pull off that attack from range. Of course, he has a gun. And, well, he's not doing it now, but he could have been shooting directly at me. If you run into enough bullets, you will get stopped. But it is a pretty cool attack. The major draw of this room is the new weapon, the Elephant Killer. It's Jake and Sherry's Magnum. Very powerful. You won't find a lot of bullets for it, but it packs a punch. Just in time for the boss fight. This entire upper walkway area is perfect for the boss. It's got a lot of explosive barrels. It's nice and narrow. There's another barrel right there. Take note of that. You'll be fighting the boss with those Javo coming in. I don't think they stop, but I've never really killed them long enough with the boss out to find out. But when you're ready, try to exit, and here comes Ustanok. He's going to charge you right away, so duck there to the left. There's an explosive barrel, do some damage. And like I said, I would recommend taking him upstairs. For the most part, in a single player game, he's going to focus on you. You want to wait till he's right near the barrel before you can shoot it to do the most damage. Keep on making him follow you. There may be some Javo up here. It doesn't look like I have any. Be careful of them though if you are waiting on him. You don't want to get shot while you're waiting for him after all. Well, there's one. I would ignore him for the most part. If I remember right, since I am doing post commentary like I mentioned, I'm pretty sure
Hope you haven't forgotten about my $50 million.
that's pretty much the halfway point right there when he makes that comment. You got him halfway down, his health. I'm pretty sure that Ustanok had me in the dying state at one point in this fight. He jumps down right there every time, so be sure to get that barrel. Nice and easy. And get the heck out of there. Of course, as you stay down below, and oh, this was my fault here. Yeah. See, I had full health there, guys. Did you see that? That's what happens. You spend one moment too many on one of those Javo, and he's gonna ram you. I guess that's a lesson. And there, when you get revived, especially by the computer player without a certain skill, you're going to have 1 block of health. You're going to be in a red state. Pretty much the next hit's going to kill you. There's a skill you can equip called Field Medic, I believe, that lets your computer-controlled partner give you health tablets. If you're playing 2-player and one of your partners goes down, you can choose to either do that chest pound thing that Sherry did with me to give them 1 thing of health back and let them, you know, get back into the action. See, I'm becoming ballsy right here. Or you can choose to give them some of your own health tablets. Oh, he grabbed me. And here's what happens when you get grabbed. You pretty much, you're going to take some damage, of course. But you're going to have to twirl the left analog stick around to get yourself out. He's got a really cool arm there. I like the whole surgical aspect of it. And that punch did it. This is what you see when you beat him. Unfortunately, you take a fall. Anyway, we're approaching 18 minutes. So I'm going to wrap this video up as soon as it loads. But yeah, Ustanok, pretty much like the Nemesis, he's going to plague us all campaign long.
I swear, this mission gets harder by the minute.
It's a pretty cool character design, I think.
We've got a lot riding on us.
Anyway, that's it for part 2. I hope you guys join me for part 3, and we'll keep going through chapter 1 of Jake's campaign. Okay, later guys.